Hi everyone, welcome back to our next lecture in our SAP ABAP learning. And in today's lecture, we'll learn how to send email from SAP using class CL underscore BCS and CL underscore document underscore BCS. So why we need email in SAP? So emails are used to send the automatic notification, reports, alerts, or documents to the user, or to send like the invoice copy, payment details, etc. to the external recipients like customer or vendor. So CL underscore BCS in ABAP is a business communication service class that facilitates sending email from SAP system along with the attachment and various recipient. So what is CL underscore BCS? It is an ABAP class to use send email from SAP system. It is a part of business communication service framework. It supports like HTML, raw content along with the attachment and multiple recipient like to CC and BCC. Why use CLBCS? It simplifies the integration of email communication in SAP application. It enables seamless email sending with customization and flexibility for the various business requirements. So before using this CL underscore BCS, there are some customization settings which are required, administrative settings which are required to be done by your basis consultant in the transaction code escort. So if that config is that administrative part is already done, then you can send the email from SAP, and all the outgoing email from SAP we can see in transaction code SOST. So overview of steps involved. Like first, we have to create an instance of the class CL underscore BCS. Then the remaining steps can be up and down. We have to define the sender and the recipient like from ID to CC BCC. We have to add the subject and the body of the email. The email body we can use the raw content without the HTML part, and there is also like we can send the email body in the HTML format. We can add the attachment if required, and we can send the email. So this is the CL underscore BCS which we'll see in the transaction code SE24. And here there are different methods. Like we can add the recipient, we can set the sender, etc. using this class. Then with the help of CL document BCS, we can set the subject of, and this is the type SO OBJ description. We can set a text. Okay, we can set a type whether it is raw HTML that we have to pass here. Here if you see, the optional tick is not there. This means that whenever we are using this class, we must pass the type and the subject. Remaining all are optional. We can also add the attachment using the same class, and this is the method add attachment. And in the add attachment method, here we can see the parameter we have to pass attachment type, whether it is XLS, PDF, JPG, etc. The type we have to pass here, and the subject which will be like your name of the file, name of the attachment. Okay, and the content we have to pass in this I underscore 18 underscore content hex. Okay, which is of type solix tab. So we'll make use of both this class, and here some basic data declaration which we can always use. Okay, I will share this code. So by default you can use the same data declaration to start working on. For our demo purpose, what we'll do, we'll design the selection screen with a from ID as a single parameter, subject of 50 char, 2 CC and BCC with a select option, and for email ID we'll create 5 parameter lines. Okay, so now I will log into SAP system and will start working on this email application. Now here I went to SE24, and the object type here, the class is CL underscore BCS. If you go to display mode, in the properties we can see the business communication service. In the methods we can see different methods, add recipient which is commonly used. Then here we have set sender. The sender we can set in two ways. Either the sender can be a SAP user ID, system will automatically take the email ID from the user master. Or if you want to pass the email ID separately, we can use this set underscore sender method. The parameter we can see here, the I underscore sender is the parameter we have to pass. Fine. Then here we also have the send and the send immediately. The send is to send the email, okay, and the send immediately. In SAP, what happened? Like there's a background job which run after 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and it's delivered all the emails in the queue. So what this will do? This will not wait for the queue. This will send the email immediately as soon as the program is executed. Now let's come to sale underscore document underscore BCS. So in this, the one powerful class which method which we always use is the create underscore document. So in this create underscore document, select this method and click on parameters. So here we can see the type is not optional; it is passed by value. So we must pass this type, whether it is HTML, raw, etc. Okay, and then we have to pass subject. Subject here we can pass max 50 character. If the subject line is more than 50 character, there is a different concept that I will explain later stage. So initially we'll make use of this only, subject of 50 character. Then we can pass the body of the email in this I underscore text or I underscore hex. Okay. Along with this, the other method which commonly we use is to add the attachment. If you see here, this is the add attachment is a method. The parameters here are like attachment type, subject, etc. Fine. So now I will go to SE38 and it's a Z demo underscore email. Click on create demo email from SAP. Select this type as executable program and click on save. I am saving as a local object. Fine. And the data declaration which I explained, which is commonly used. So by default we can use all this. Okay. We have to create an instance of this class. So I have define one local object, hello underscore send request, type reference to this class. Same for document. One is to handle the exceptions. Then for the subject line of 50 character, this is the type as to object description which I just explained. For more than 50 character subject, one variable I have declared here. Sender, as I explained, we can either set as a SAP user. So we have to use this type. And to set as the email address, we can use this address BCS. For SAP user, CL SAP user BCS. Okay. For the recipient, we have to declare one local class object reference like this, and other are like variables, and this is the internal table. This type also we can use to send the email body. So I copy this and I will declare as it is the same data declaration in my text. Okay, give me 1 minute. So here first I will declare one table because I want to use that in select option ADR6. So why ADR6? I just want to use select option of the type SMTP underscore ADDR. Okay, there is a email address field of SMTP underscore ADDR which I will use for the recipient. Okay, so I will do data declaration like this, and now first we'll create a selection screen as per the screen which I shown. So let's create a selection screen now. Selection screen like begin of block B1 with frame title text 001 and selection screen end of block B1. The first two line we will add a parameter. The first parameter is for the from ID. Okay, this is the p underscore from of type ADR6 SMTP underscore ADDR. Okay, as of now I'm not making anything here smaller mandatory field. I'll just type here lowercase. And the second I want subject. If you don't pass here lowercase, by default on the selection screen, it becomes like uppercase letter if it is not handled at the domain level. So that's why I use lowercase. Second field, I am using subject. As I explained there, it is so underscore obj underscore description for the descriptions. So after this parameter, I will define here the two CC and BCC. This time I will add select option because I want to add multiple recipient. So I will use here selection screen skip to get a line break here. Then I will use here select options. So S underscore 2 for ADR6 SMTP underscore ADDR. But here I don't want here like intervals. I want only extension to pass the multiple ID. So I will type here no intervals. Okay. After 2 I want S underscore CC of type ADR6 SMTP ADR no intervals. And next I will add S underscore BCC for the same type. Fine. So from to ID, from ID subject and the recipients. Now I want email body. For that, again first I will add a line break here. Selection screen skip and add the parameters here. And let's say P underscore line 1 type string lowercase. And I will quickly type here line 2, 3, 4, 5. The file line I am taking initially. This is just a demo. So in real time, we'll pass through program. Okay, to show in the demo, I am doing like this. So line 2 and then line 3. Okay, and 4 and 5, two more line I will take here. 4 and 5. Okay, so 5 parameter here I have declared to get a 5 single lines here. Okay, so save, check and activate no error. So if I execute, so we can see our selection screen is ready from subject, recipients and the email body lines. So quickly go to and text elements, selection text. So this is like from ID. Okay, so this L1 is email body. This will remove. Okay, and this is subject, BCC, CC and 2. Okay, 7 activate. Come back and execute. So now we can see our selection screen is ready. Okay, so in the next session, we'll write the code to send the email. That we'll learn in the next session. Thank you.